going to show you guys a couple updos actually. I think I'm going to split them apart into the two different posts though. But I know wedding season is here, and that means you're going to probably a lot of weddings, if not possibly in weddings. Both of these updos you could use if you were either in a wedding or just attending it. I like to have my hair up in summer weddings just because it's hot out and it gets flat and looks kind of nasty after a while. So today, the first video I'm going to show you is how to do a French twist on yourself. French twists were huge like in the 90s, and they were like super smooth and like perfect French twist. Now the French twists that you're seeing a lot of are not that way at all. They're have a lot of texture in them. They're not perfect. They're just more loose looking, super relaxed, which makes it really easy to demonstrate how to do it or to do it on yourself. So I already curled my hair because I need that texture in there. If you have a lot of texture in your hair, don't worry about it. Skip the curling step. But the straight hair needs some texture. So to start off, I'm going to use some dry shampoo. Dry shampoo is not only for dirty hair, it also is great if you're going to do an updo because it gives the hair extra little grit to it, especially if you're back combing and want some volume. So I just spray it a couple times in there, one at the top of the head, on the side. Kind of gives it a little extra. Then I'm going to go through and I'm going to put a little bit of back comb throughout my hair. Nothing huge, no beehive or anything like that, but just to get some overall volume before I pull it all back. So just start a tiny bit, flip it over, tiny bit, flip it over, and a little bit, and comb it all down. And smooth that top piece out. But nothing has to be super smooth or perfect for these styles, which is great when you are doing it yourself. So back comb that back of that head a little bit. I mean, if you can master this could be cost effective for people in weddings and having to have your hair done frequently. So those aren't I'm not doing a ton of back combing, it's just to give me that overall volume. Then I'll back comb my bangs. Keep those off my forehead when you're sweaty. You don't really want bangs sticking to your forehead. So now I have everything back combed. I'm gonna pull everything from this side. I'm gonna pull it over to here. And I'm gonna pull it to just right straight in the middle of my head, right there. And then I'm gonna take my bobby pins, right here, the ones I get from Sally's, and I'm going to make a line of pins straight up the middle of my head. Depending on how much hair you have, you may have to add more bobby pins to get that all to come over. So there's my line of bobby pins on that side of my head. Before I pin anything else, I'm just going to slightly pull out a little bit of my front, just to add a little bit more texture to it. From there, the rest of it is going to go into your twist. So you take this hair, this big chunk of hair, and you do a big barrel curl, a big barrel roll with it, just like you did with French twist way back in the day. And then from there, so now I have my big roll, and I need to secure it. So I take my pins and I put a couple in there just to secure. Well, things are probably falling out and looking a little messy right now. That's all right. Hold that top part right there, and you're securing it. Okay, now everything's in place. So now is when you do a little bit of the fine tuning. So that's where I like to use the hair pins that are the spread apart bobby pins. And those you can use on the side and kind of push into it. Give a couple more. See how those go in? They actually provide a decent amount of hold to them. They just don't give that like harsh line like a bobby pin will. Kind of just gather a little hair. push it in. So since I'm working on myself, I can't really see what's going on back there. So it's always important to check in your mirror what's actually happening back there. So I have some flyaways, which is that's all right. So I need to, from looking at it, looks like I need to pin up a little bit underneath the French twist to clean it up. And so then you can go on your side and just kind of rough it up a little, spread that apart. Hairspray is always a good tool to get some of those wispies in there. So I'm going to check it again before I would spray it. So yeah, some of the French twist is nice and in there. It's not super neat, but it doesn't have to be. Everything's all rolled. The nice thing about this, if you have hair that does not hold a curl very well, it's gonna stay for you. You don't have to worry about that falling. So there is a French twist, and you can obviously fancy it up more or make it really smooth. It's completely up to you. But it's a simple updo for a wedding.